we're gonna have some fun tonight. You can say something. Hey, why so serious, y'all? Hey,
different movie.
No, right here on this movie review extravaganza, ganza. Let's be serious for a moment.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Puffy.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something around here. Y'all acting a fool.
Sure, man.
Come on. Come on. You know, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of
yeah.
Why don't y'all ever be professional? You know?
Whatever you say.
Take what we do serious around here.
Yes. It's a little hard at the
All this
moment.
damn clowning.
Hey, man. Hey, the last time I saw somebody in a Joker costume, it did not go well. I'm talking about Daddy.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
You better be careful. That shit changes.
You don't like me, man.
See, man, I'm all about love, man. You know, you sit up here bullshitting, man. You want to play with me, baby? You want to play with me? You want to play with me? Austin, what you looking at? Wow,
The camera.
oh shit! See what you made me do? See what you made me? Damn, man! No, for real, those all love, man. Oh, how y'all doing?
Boy.
Oh, the dog. Oh, see what you made me do?
There's a hostage video with that. Boy, you plopped it right down in the right place.
He did.
I tell you what, man, if any of us had even nudged that camera, you would have turned into the Joker.
Oh, I would have been for real.
Yeah.
This makeup would have been permanent. And don't think I didn't hear that shit earlier in the show.
What?
When the camera came up, I heard you call me Diddy. I heard.
Oh yeah.
but you started. I said I'm in the middle of my thing right now, but I'm gonna come back to this. I heard that. I heard that, baby. You think you slick?
Usually I am.
I caught that one. Oh, slick cat that over here thought he got by with something. They think I heard that shit. Now I got my costume on right here. Hey kids, hey children, why don't you sing a little song with me? Are you ready? Let's go. Whoa, who are the bitches in the side chat? Sing along. In the side chat.
I don't know this song.
In the side chat. Who are the bitches in the side chat?
I don't know this shit.
The bitches that you see each day. Oh, children, who are the bitches that we see today?
What the make this song?
Oh, we had that song. Where you been?
Y'all never.
Oh, you see, that's what I'm talking
about.
about. I'm professional. I'll shoot a couple of videos for Instagram in this costume, and then you know what, y'all?
Oh no, baby oil. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Julian over there pulling his own Diddy. Yeah.
Oh, so your actual Halloween costume is Diddy.
It really is. Hey y'all. You know, after the show, that's when the real party starts. Take them kids to bed.
So you go down 6th Street with a wagon full of baby oil and just hand out party invitations.
Man, I'll get arrested, man. I'll get arrested. What are you talking about?
He's like, I ain't do that.
I'm not Diddy.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah. Shit, Batman will catch my ass. Diddy, you've escaped from prison for the last time. I'm not Diddy. No. Sure, that's what you would say.
That's what Diddy would say.
That's exactly what Diddy would say. Get in the goddamn car. Oh, let's see. I'll just get in the character at that point. You know I'll just bust that again, you bitch, Batman. Shut up.
Exactly.
You bitch. What's wrong with you, man? Just break character again. What's wrong with you? Knock my goddamn nose. Oh, people, if you cannot tell, I actually very much do love Joker, the first movie with Joaquin Phoenix as a different, more grounded, realistic take on the classic DC character and Batman villain. Of course, Batman's most popular villain. Movie divided a lot of people, and I understood why. You know, I understood the people that did not like that take. Personally, I loved it. We even had divided views when we did the review here.
Yeah.
You weren't around at the time.
I was there.
No, you were not there. Thank God. But you know, yeah, come
He get
on,
this
man.
costume.
Come on, man. You know, hey, take a joke. Have a laugh.
I like Arthur's jokes better.
Oh, that one hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurt. Oh, people. But I think we all agreed, even though we had different opinions on this motion picture right here, we all agreed that, you know what, you can stop. We don't really need to go any further. You know, this movie is enough right here. Until the movie went on to make $1 billion worldwide, and Warner Brothers said, you goddamn right, we're going to keep going, whether you like it or not. And now we are here at Joker, some people say 2 for the culture folks out there. It is Joker Folie A Deux. I almost had it.
Deux.
Deux. Oh,
Very good. Yeah.
Joker Folie A Deux. And this time around, a lot of people say, hey, listen, whether it's a smart approach or not, it's still pretty bold. And got to give you credit for trying something different, because this time we have Lady Gaga in the movie, and Lady Gaga, you can't have her in here without having some kind of music. So they said, boom, there he is. Boom. That's how you can actually make this thing different from the first. Let's make it a musical. We'll still keep it grounded. We'll still keep it disturbing. You know, Arthur Fleck, aka Joker, he'll still be somewhat a twisted, sad person. But this time, not only do we get to have this movie try something else by being a musical, but we also get to take a different approach with another classic villain, Harley Quinn, who's played by Lady Gaga. I will tell you, listening to all this and seeing how they're taking this bold new approach right here, I went from, why y'all doing this, to, you know what, give this a chance.
Yeah.
See what they're doing here. I actually like that they are trying to take a completely different turn with this. Joker's actually being put on trial for his crimes. You know, that never happens. Joker always gets away. Batman catches him, he breaks out again, kills more people, and never goes to court.
Doesn't seem like he never goes to court. He just goes straight from Batman to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. There's no,
he breaks out of there.
Well, everybody's like, we know you did this shit.
Right.
Because he says it.
Yeah, you went on TV and told everybody you were going to do
I'm
it.
planting bombs all around the city. You do this every year.
He said he's going to do it again, too.
Yeah, as he told Batman one time, this is a dance we continue to do forever, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm paraphrasing very much. But, so, I had hopes for this, something that I try not to do these days. Did this movie live up to those hopes? Did this movie do the right thing by taking these chances, taking these bold new moves? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. I've already been told, I don't look at reviews at a time, but I've been talking to you, and then the other Julian told me, and I've already read articles, headlines. People are not crazy about this film, but when have we ever been people? I mean, look at me right now. Definitely not a person right now.
Like I was saying to young Julian over here, experience it for yourself.
Exactly.
Don't listen to what other people say.
Exactly. We have never followed the opinions of popular people out there.
We don't follow
or the popular opinion that's out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer right here, and we'll be back with our own opinions and reviews right after this.
2 years ago, the name Arthur Fleck hit Gotham like a hurricane.
Let's give the people what they want.
I think what made me like the first movie so much, what brought that interpretation of the Joker to life for me, of course, was Joaquin Phoenix. You know, he's such an amazing actor, man. And I still love his performance. I still love the way he portrays his character. And I'm still mesmerized by him when I watch him in the movie. And Lady Gaga, we said this. We said, judging just from the little bit we saw in the trailer, that she'd be she'll give a great performance in this. And of course, in the movie, we see the Joker, who is in Arkham Asylum awaiting trial for his crimes. He killed 5 people in the last movie, as they keep saying in the movie, 1 on national TV. Talk show host, spoiler for who haven't seen the movie, but it's been years already. And that's where he finds his true love, Harley Quinn, played by Lady Gaga. And I'll tell you, look, this is not A Star Is Born, so she's not given the same performance because she just doesn't have the same kind of the type of role. And she doesn't have the same amount of screen time as she would in that last movie, A Star Is Born. But I think for the little bit that we do see her here, and you know, for the time that especially that time that she spends with Joaquin Phoenix, you know, on screen, I think that it's effective. I think her role is great. I think her performance is great. You know, she uses what screen time she has to play the role with a confidence that really complements Arthur Fleck or the Joker or whatever you want to call him. It really complements his unbalanced mental state, and you know, and for a while it's something that actually gives him more confidence.
Hey, no touching!
I'm so proud of you. They're all going crazy for you.
I said no touching.
I really love that little You better go mind your own business.
Nobody respect him.
No. Yeah, nobody respected the warden.
You're Joker.
You know, I really love them together in the movie. And before we get too far ahead, I'd like to ask y'all about that. Even like some of the new additions in the movie, you know, Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
He's always amazing.
Yeah, he's always good.
Yeah, he plays one of the guards at Arkham Asylum.
Very complex character.
Yeah. You know, and I really liked what they did with his character. I think there's a lot of complexity with the characters in this movie. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Brendan Gleeson, you know, he's definitely got a sadistic side, but then there's a part of him that kind of respects or admires the Arthur Fleck. And they even let him kind of hang with them for a little bit. You know, they don't go complete Shawshank Redemption on his ass, but you know, I mean, it's, you know, all these people get on that damn nerve, so they're gonna lose it every now and then. So yeah, complex character, as a lot of these characters are in here. What did y'all think about the performances in this movie?
Oh, I think the performances are great. I love the actors.
The performances are probably the best part about the film.
Yeah, the performances and the framing. So much of it, the cinematography and the color grading, just gorgeous to look at.
Visuals, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I could look at that movie all day.
Man, so they've I love the cinematography, like you guys say. You know, they've managed to make bleak and depressing beautiful.
Right.
You know?
Right, yeah.
You know, everything is diarrhea green, you know, everything's kind of muted a little bit.
But sometimes the colors pop.
But they do, yeah. And you know what, that's for a reason, because again, you know, a lot of times we're going from the real world to the fantasy world. Sometimes we get glimpses of maybe a little bit of hope going on here, and then things brighten up a little bit. But it's a dark movie, and I'm not talking about, you know, just tonally, but you know, just the look of it is very dark. But it's a beautiful looking film, man. And I like how they kept hinting that this was the late 70s, maybe early 80s, but they never come out and say it. They never come out and say anything with it.
I mean, you can tell by the camera that they keep using.
Well,
or even the TVs.
The TVs, you know, the music that's playing at the time. You know, there's certain songs. This is why I said it's probably the late 70s, because I was trying to date the movie by music. And they played a Billy Joel song. And I was like, okay, that is right on the cusp of the end of the 70s right there.
That's right.
Afros everywhere. Yeah. You know, so yeah, it's, and also, you know, since we're talking about how they hint at things, again, unlike the first movie, where you can either see this as an Easter egg or just part of the story, I saw it as part of the story. No mention of Batman, at least not at least that I remember.
There was no mention.
No mention of Batman. No mention of the Waynes.
The Wayne Tower in one shot.
But that's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you got Harvey Dent in the movie and some other characters, but they're not. These are not Easter eggs. They're putting in characters. They're not hinting at something. So you know, they're not doing any kind of fan service here. So I appreciate that. And I'm gonna tell you too. So I could see why people are probably hating on this movie, because this movie plays against a lot of expectations. It plays against expectations from the last movie. I don't know if this is true, I heard them boys down over in South Korea losing their goddamn minds over this movie.
Oh, why is that?
Because the Joker was supposed to be their leader. It didn't go like the way it's supposed to go. They waited in the streets with Joker mask and everything. And this movie did not follow their script. The Joker wasn't the leader that they thought he would be. So they're losing it.
It wasn't their Joker.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. It's so, and I don't know how true that is. Adam told me that tonight. I think that's hilarious if that's true, but I think it's going to speak for a lot of people who probably don't like this movie because it's going against the expectations of the last film, and it goes against expectations of the mythology or the history or the lore of the Joker himself. You know, this movie is even more bleak than the last one. Goes in heavy with that bleakness, and I personally think it's a very interesting take on the Joker, which is why I really like the last movie. You know, I thought this was a very thoughtful character study instead of, you know, the usual supervillain or even villain origin story. Every new Joker that's created, they all do the same thing. You know, Arthur Fleck's in here, but every Joker is funny, charismatic. You know, they're conniving because they're so smart. You know, they're all meant to be entertaining. You know, this take on the Joker is not meant to be that, and that's what I kind of like about it. You know, this take on the Joker, you know, instead of having a flair for chaos and theatrics and being 10 steps ahead of everybody, he's intelligent and manipulates everybody around him. This attempts to re-examine the Joker in an even more realistic view than the last one. You know, what if we did take a disturbed, insane person? I don't know how, you know, I'm really interested to see what y'all think about this. You take an insane and disturbed person who is pushed to the point that he dresses like a clown and murders people. Chances are he ain't gonna be charismatic and funny. He ain't gonna be somebody out there, you know, who's charming. He's gonna be insane. He's probably gonna be pathetic, lonely, a twisted individual. He's not gonna be Heath Ledger. He's gonna be John Wayne Gacy. You know, that's psychotics that kill people are not fun. And I'm not saying that you can't do that in movies. Of course, that's why we do that in movies. That's the beauty of movies, that we can take things like that and make comic book characters and enjoy these crazy people for what they are. But, you know, for once, let's, you know, I don't mind somebody saying, hey, what if we took this and examined it in real life and see what this was like? And, you know, and this is what it feels like. You know, what if we took the Joker, put him in real life after he's done crimes, and instead of going to Arkham and breaking out again and fighting Batman, you know, we find out that this person is actually very pathetic. He doesn't get respect from the guards and all the people in Arkham Asylum. And, you know, every time somebody disrespects him, the movie stops and he does that that Joker stare, you know, kind of like where we expect him, like, you know, the moment I get out of here, I'm gonna f you up. Mm-hmm. But even then, you know, we're waiting for things to explode in this movie, and even then it takes unexpected turns. You know, because of all of this, let me just say, I'm gonna pass this to y'all and see how y'all feel about what I'm saying. Because of all that, I don't hate the ending of this movie like a lot of people are starting to say. And I didn't even know people were hating the end of this movie until you told me.
Hating this movie, hating the end of the movie.
You know, what I see with the end of that movie fits the theme of what they're trying to do with this particular story. It might not be a Joker for everybody, but again, that's what you get with interpretations. It's going to work for some people. It's not going to work for some people. What they did here with his story made perfect sense with what they did with the end of this movie, at least for me, you know, and if it doesn't work for somebody else, I understand that. But, you know, speaking of interpretations and how everybody else feels about it, I mean, you look.
Put the drink down.
Okay, Julie, hold this. I'm about to kill this son of a bitch.
Look, it's no secret that I am not a fan of the first movie. I mean, in theory, the idea of stripping it down and grounding the Joker, yes, that sounds cool. But then to watch it was like, well, you stripped everything away from him to where he's so mundane. This is the story of Arthur Fleck, not the Joker. He's Joker, but he's not the Joker. And with that movie, so much of what I didn't like about it, and it was really coming home to me watching this one, was how disingenuous it was. Because it's like, hey, it's stripped down and it's the Joker, and we're going with a Scorsese look, but it's like, yeah, you took two Scorsese movies and you're name checking the Joker and Thomas Wayne, but it's not really any of those things. And the movie itself wasn't bringing a whole lot to the table. Like, so much you think, oh, it's going to say a lot about the mental health system. Kind of does, but not really. But that's neither here nor there. We get to this movie and it loses those other gimmicks, and it brings in the gimmick of the musical numbers, the musical fantasy numbers. And, it's not like they're good because, you don't expect Joaquin Phoenix to sing, and Lady Gaga tones herself down to match him. But the musical numbers don't really do anything other than give spectacle and take up time. It's more gimmick. So I'm just wallowing in the mundanity of all this when you really get down to it. And then it gets to the end, and I was like,
she said, what do you say?
The cat's like, yes.
and I was like, and it gets to that end, and I was like, whoa. I felt like that ending spoke to me, where it was like that ending said to me, yeah, everything you've been saying, absolutely true. Because you look at these as all one story. I was like, that ending, it says a lot. And I liked what it said.
Yeah.
It made me go, huh.
It wrapped everything up.
Really
it made
wrapped everything
make
up.
sense.
But it's not what anybody expects. It's on so many levels, it's unsatisfying. So watching it, I was like, man, I see a lot of people coming away just not going, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I expected. I feel like it left a lot on the table. And I don't even know that it's a satisfying or even good movie, but that ending worked for me really well.
Wow, y'all the two people on planet Earth that ain't like the ending of the movie.
I'm going to hiding. I'm going to North Korea. Just room for a clown?
Oh, finally. But so like I really did enjoy that first movie because it, at least to me, I was like, this kind of feels like Joker. This is him becoming the Joker. And this one, I felt like the movie would have worked better if there wasn't a Joker name attached to it or Joker title attached to it.
Yes.
Because this is not really a Joker movie. This is more of an Arthur Fleck movie with some scenes with Joker in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I wish, like I said, what I would have felt that was better was just straight, like, just not even name it the Joker. Name it just completely something else. Because like I said, you don't really see a lot of Joker in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Well, are you talking about the first movie or this one?
No, I'm talking about this one.
This one?
Like you see Joker here and there.
I think you see a lot of Joker. I think you see more Joker in this than you. And by the way, I never had a problem with the Joker not being in the movie. This is an examination of, like I said, a character that is becoming a character. It's an origin story. It just doesn't become the supervillain that we know. I don't, just
but you get that in the first one though.
Yeah, and I love the first one for that. But this one, I think they kind of pulled back on that in this one. You think so? I think there's more Joker in this.
No, because most of the time he's Joker, it's in a fantasy sequence.
Yeah, but he's still there. He's still present in the movie. He's in makeup. Is what I'm saying. You see the Joker. But anyway, that really did not bother me. Like I said, and because
this is mainly a movie on like straight mental health, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with mental health issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
Here we go, Dad. Here we go, Dad. All right. I was wondering why you was reaching.
Call the guards.
Oh, man.
Get him in here.
Am I not supposed to have these kind of objects in Am I not supposed to have this kind of contraband up here, man?
When I'm talking, he keeps reaching.
I know, like you pull out a gun.
What are you doing,
man? Y'all some snitches, man. This was smuggled in by Harley. I mean, I know this makeup is cool, but even Joker got to shave sometimes. People, what this is right here, we got to give a word out to our sponsor, which is Manscaped. And Manscaped has a new product out there, and I'm very eager to talk about this. Actually, Manscaped came to the rescue tonight for what we're doing right here. They have this new product called the Chairman Pro right here. Now, that Manscaped is there for your shaving needs. They even got they're there for your face. Last time I got something, they were there for my balls.
That's what I thought they only did balls.
Oh no, they've gone. They've risen up from balls.
They've moved up.
They moved up from the balls to the face. And they said they understood. They said you can't use the ball shaver for your face, although some of you probably have. But we're gonna stop that right now. Rejoice and do that no more. You have the Chairman Pro right here, and I was eager to talk about this because
Can you spell that?
the chairman.
Chairman.
The chairman.
Okay.
The chairman.
Chairman. Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
Chairman Pro.
I wasn't being facetious. I thought it was a different name.
No, but we gotta let the people know. The
Yeah.
Chairman Pro.
Okay.
Over here. And somebody said you can match the drapes with the curtains now. So this is the electric shaver. And I want to try this because they made they make a lot of claims with this, and I usually cannot use these things.
Yeah.
But with this right here, what I like about this is that one of the things they say, it reduces ingrown hairs,
Ooh.
the risk of ingrown hairs, which is the reason why I can't use these.
Yeah.
And I've been using this, I used it a couple of times, and I have yet to experience any kind of breakouts.
Oh, nice.
I have yet to experience any kind of irritation, which is also supposed to do. And here it is right here, people. Now, this is the Chairman package, but we're just talking about the Chairman Pro right here. It's very precise, has interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, which is a thing that's kind of protecting your skin and keeping all the irritation and the possibility of ingrown hairs. And you can have a clean shave for any kind of style. You can get that 5 o'clock stubble, or you can get that nice, smooth baby's ass look on your face right there. And a big standout feature here that really separates this from everything else is the Flex Adjust technology, which means that it just contours
Yeah, I can see
all
that.
around your face. I think that's one of the things that kind of helps,
Yeah.
reduce the irritation on your face. Also, the trimmers are waterproof. So you can
Nice.
probably use this in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the kind of guy that likes to get everything done in that water, like I do. Let me just say, I really did want to talk about this because I did use it. I cannot use these shavers, man. There's a specific kind. I can't even use blades. There's a specific kind of electric shaver that I use. I took a risk with this, expected to my face to look like hamburger, as you said one time.
Yeah.
I expected to look like a creature. And people, it's very smooth, and I have not had any irritation yet with this.
Awesome.
So that is why I said, let me use it before I say anything, because I don't want to mess with y'all. I don't want to bullshit y'all. And I can safely say that this has been very good. So I feel very comfortable recommending this to you, and so comfortable that you know me. Listen, they say never trust the Joker, but hey, you can trust me with this deal right here. Listen, trust me here. All right. Go to manscaped.com and use the code TOASTED to get 20% off. And free shipping. I'm very happy with this. I'm using this. I'm going to continue to use it.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah, no, it really is. I'm not messing with you. I really do love it. And I want to thank Manscaped for not only sending this to me, but for sponsoring this portion of the show, and for also you guys out there, your support. All right, getting back into it. So yeah, man, I'm probably giving this movie a more glowing review than the average reviews out there, which I hear are not very good. Like I said, I haven't really looked at the Rotten Tomato score, but I hear it's low. And if they are low, I hate to say it, even though I'm giving this a glowing review, I probably lean more towards those reviews than the positive glowing things I was saying a little while ago. People, I told you, I love what they're doing with the character in this movie. I love I love the way they're going in and taking a different approach with this character. I loved it from the first one, and for a long time in this movie, for about the first half, I was loving what they were doing with it here. And then the movie gets interrupted by all of these damn musical numbers in here, man. And I admire this for trying to do something different. I really do. And I wanted it to work for me. And I tell you, there are parts where it seems like it was going to work.
It sure is. Yes, it is.
There are parts when I said, all right.
That's not bad.
I knew y'all know what y'all were doing. I knew it.
That's not bad.
And the reason why is because they were doing musical numbers where they weren't stopping the movie for big productions. They were actually kind of working it in. The music wasn't even blaring. The characters were talking, and then somebody might just start singing a part of a song that was relevant to the feeling of that scene and to what was going on between them. And I said, all right, you know what? I was wondering how you would do this, and gosh darn it, you did it.
I kept thinking, I hope this guy blows his brains out.
What?
Are you listening to me?
Bitch, what you talking about?
Arthur! Hey! God damn it, dude. Guard!
And then you did. But it takes all your cares away.
Very subtle, still keeping the grounded tone, not stopping the movie. And I said, all right, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then I'd be goddamn, the next scene, they broke out into a big musical number that did stop the movie. And you know what? If you're gonna stop the movie for a musical number and claim to be a musical, boy, that better be a good production. I mean, you better sit up there and start. You better walk out tapping your foot. Even the movie's depressing. You better walk out snapping your fingers. You better be at night, about to go to bed, and you can't sleep because you can't get that song out your head. But the production on these musical numbers it's not that great.
No, the thing about musical numbers is if you're going to do it, you got to go big.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then it just feels like, why are we here? Why are you doing this? Can we get back to the main story?
Yeah.
Half-ass.
Yeah.
These musical numbers are.
I mean, the sets and the musical numbers are good.
Yeah,
Everything else just looks terrible.
But you know, the sets are, but then the sets are, then we already said it. The cinematography is great. The set design and costumes are great. We give the movie that. But then, you know, there's just not enough choreography or production on the musical side to make them memorable.
No.
You know, first of all, Joker can't sing.
He can't sing.
Okay.
You get Lady Gaga, who's one of the best singers out there, and you don't let her belt a song.
No. And all you doing is just the Joker can't sing. He's all he's doing is karaoke covers.
Right.
So, and that's because it's all songs, they ain't original songs. It's all songs that already exist. So they just doing karaoke covers, and he's singing it like somebody at karaoke at 1:30 in the morning.
Drunk off his ass.
All right, our last person tonight is Arthur Fleck. Arthur Fleck, come on up. God damn it. Again.
He's got to perform a show tune from the 1950s.
Again.
If y'all want to leave, y'all can.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we already left.
Close your tabs.
So what so the thing is, you ain't getting a good soundtrack from this.
No.
You can go to the karaoke bar and probably get a better version of the songs that this fool is trying to sing. And I know that it's part of that. Like the Joker, Arthur Fleck cannot sing, but we got to do something here. Either he got to sing, or you got to make these dance numbers and choreography great, or you got to put up production. Or
just not do
it.
There's so many. Yeah.
Because they try, like with right here, they try to weave the music into the story, even with the bigger numbers. But these musicals parts ain't saying nothing that the movie ain't saying itself.
Exactly.
Like, or you could explain it in another scene. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and that's what's adding to the feel that this was an unnecessary sequel. Because for the parts that do work, they're all pushed aside by all this other stuff that like y'all just thought of and didn't really have time to like really work it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they feel pointless.
Yeah.
They really feel pointless.
Yeah.
They just feel like they try to be different in this one.
A lot of this movie, man, I spent so much time in this movie asking, why y'all do that? why y'all did that? I thought some of this stuff was gonna lead us. Man, the movie, like, this is not a spoiler because it starts the movie. I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. The movie starts with a cartoon.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The movie, yeah, you forgot about it. You know why? Because it lent nothing to the movie.
It didn't do nothing.
Not lend nothing to the movie, but Warner Brothers has been known for their great animation when it comes to the superheroes. And they got the Q team on this one.
Y'all got some putting that on the big screen and opening the movie with that.
Right.
I mean, they put the Warner Brothers logo. They put it. I was like, oh shit, this is clever. And then they came up with it like, not only is animation bad, but what the f this guy doing anything? Because when it opened up, the movie opened up and had no connection when they cut to the live action.
Right.
Like why?
Like you think if you did something like that, it would just be a recap of the first movie.
Last movie, yeah.
But no.
They ain't got shit to do with the last movie.
And it was not that great of a recap. The cartoon is actually kind of baffling. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I kind of got what they're trying to say.
Okay, I mean, that's cool. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
I get accused of doing that all the time, so it's fun to watch it from here.
The musical numbers in this movie, what made me, I don't want to keep harping on them. I really do not, but I got to say something here about the musical numbers in this movie right here, man. The musical numbers did have great potential. You know, because, man, we spent a whole lot of time in Arkham.
Yes, we do.
We spent a whole lot of time in this crazy prison right here, man. To the point where I felt like I was an inmate after a while. Shit, by then I was in my but and, you know, the musical numbers were supposed to kind of offer an escape from the mundane and depressive atmosphere of the prison. You know, these musical numbers, we've seen this with a lot of things. It's not new, but it's effective. The musical numbers were supposed to take them someplace beautiful and where the characters like Harley and Arthur could be alone in a great place, you know, and it rarely does that. Like Joker start, you know, they'll start singing and the movie get a little brighter, and then Arthur just go prancing around the kitchen, you know, the cafeteria, and we never really leave, you know, this environment that much to really make these musical numbers seem like they're worth it. So that's another big problem of that, man. Also, a large majority of this movie is, let me see right here. A large majority of this movie is in a courtroom. A large part of this movie is a courtroom drama. And it has its moments. I will say it has its moments. There's a really tense moment here. And I thought it really kind of start to show just how disturbed Arthur is, where I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna set it up for you. You'll see it if you see the movie. He's grilling a certain witness, a guy that you probably saw in the last movie, if you remember from the last movie. And it's very intense, and I like that.
You are no different than any of those people that underestimated me.
Maybe. You don't know who I really was.
You know, it's that goes on for a while, and it just seems like he's abusing this guy, and it really is intense and disturbing.
I thought it was the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it really shows his effect outside of just himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great way of putting that, Mark.
Because so much of like, oh, he murdered these guys and this dude on TV. And it's like, well, you know, they kind of deserved it. And this on TV is spectacle. But this was something so much more personal. Mm-hmm. And for anybody who's like, yeah, Joker, get him. It's like, this is what you're cheering on. And it puts it right in your face. Yeah. No, that's great, Martin. That really is. So there's another thing that bothered me with this courtroom right here. So this is the silliest ass courtroom I've ever seen. Cartoon court.
It really is. It's a sin. And that judge over there is silly. That judge is sitting up here. That judge is acting all serious through this whole movie. And there's a point where he says, "Don't make a mockery of my court." And why you let this man dress like a clown in your court and make a mockery out of your court? There's either another part where he says, "This is not a comedy show." Then why you let that fool have a mic and a stool and let him sit down and perform in front of people? Yeah, it doesn't. It goes against everything. It's like, look, okay, I know I'm watching a movie. I don't need to nitpick. But there is no court in this world that will let you show up dressed like a clown. No. And they ain't gonna sit you up with a stool and a microphone and let you perform comedy in front of people. And they told you not to, by the way. Shit, what did the court have a 2-drink minimum to it? There's a lot of missteps here, man. There's a lot. Everything with that with the court proceeding back and forth. In my head, I was like, objection, badgering the witness. Hearsay. Good Lord. I'm gonna get you to represent me more. Very good. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't hate this movie, man. But as I always say, I'm very disappointed because I can see parts that very much do justify a sequel, and I can't wait to talk about this in a spoiler talk because I think there's some really great things in here that can only be elaborated by talking about them in a spoiler way. I had that discussion with you last night. So we talk about this on Sunday, but in those parts I really am eager to talk about are the parts I love. Man, those parts are just, those are parts that do justify a sequel, but they're just pushed aside by so many other things that are just, that don't feel fully thought out, that make this feel like an unnecessary sequel. They only exist because the studio said, you better do it. And, in the scramble to get it done, things just didn't come together as good as they should have. This one is more of a high rental for me. And I wish I could give it more, but I'm just not feeling it that much, man.
Wow. Tears of a clown.
Pagliacci.
Well, as I didn't like the first movie, this isn't that much of a letdown for me. But everything you're saying is completely correct about what's not good about it. It just made me reflect on the first movie and just seeing these as one unit. And Julian had the same thought I did, where it's just like, just don't call it Joker. If you take away everything about Joker or Batman related out of it, and not, just be so like, yes, I'm remaking Scorsese movies, but there's not so much here. But take out the musical number, strip the gimmicks away, and you have the story of Arthur Fleck and this girl who's basically stalking him, and that's interesting. But that's all one movie. That's 2 hours or less, and that would work. And here, where it's stretched out with all this fluff or things, you're giving a lot of credit saying it's because they were rushed. And to me, by the time you get to the end, I was just like, yeah, he just didn't want to do this. He was just
that's what I'm saying. The studios pushed it. They made them do it.
He was like, I'm gonna make sure you don't ever come back to me for one of these again. But again, that ending, it stuck with me. I was just like, wow, that just kind of makes me really, whereas I normally would have just been like, whatever. It just made me really spend the last few days just re-examining all of this. That ending pushed it up from a low rental to a high rental.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to give it higher.
I know. He's going to go higher than that.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, initially I thought I might, but actually it was you convinced me. Once you started bringing up all the other stuff, I was like, yeah, I can't pretend like all these other missteps aren't in there.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. That's 2 hours to get to the last 15 minutes or so.
That's true. So what I really did, or I kind of did like the first movie. This one I'm really kind of mixed on. Like, there's some things I really did like. I think the character performances were amazing. There wasn't a single character in the movie or a single actor or actress in the movie where I was like, they're not good. Everybody I thought was amazing here. Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga, I thought she was great. Now, I don't think she got a lot of character development, but I still think she was I think she played great playing as Harley Quinn. And she's a different adaptation of Harley Quinn, as you were telling me yesterday. But, there's just so many, bad things with it. I think the script is just kind of messy a little bit. They set up a lot of ideas in the first half of the movie, and I was like, wow, I really hope they execute these ideas. And then you get to that second half, and they're really not executing a lot of the ideas that they're setting up in the first half. So that was a big letdown to me. The musical numbers, man. I started liking them at first, and then as they kept going on, I'm like, why are these even here? Those musical numbers are a big letdown, and they are a lot of this movie. So that's a lot of points off. But like I said earlier, man, I think if they would just title this just Arthur Fleck, don't even put Joker in there, I think it would have been a lot better. But that you had the Joker name attached to it, that's what people are going to be expecting. I want a Joker, I don't care if it's a different adaptation, I want Joker. You don't really see Joker in this movie. This is an Arthur Fleck movie with a little sprinkle of Joker in there. With saying all that, I was really liking that first half, but that second half was just a big bummer to me. I got to go with a high rental. But that ending, you had me thinking about the ending. We talked on the phone. And at first, I really didn't like the ending, but I think the more I talked to you, I was like, okay, I'm starting to. If I'm looking at it like a character study or like just going through this character, right, this Arthur Fleck character, I'm like, okay, the ending makes sense.
I'm very eager to talk about that ending and why I love that ending.
I'm like, and a lot of people hate it, but if you really understand the character and what he's going through, it makes sense.
Got some facts about Joker 2. Both being accomplished singers, Joaquin Phoenix and he says Laffy Gaga instead of Lady Gaga. Laffy Gaga were instructed to sing off key in their musical sequences to have a much rawer sound. So turns out that Joaquin Phoenix can sing. They made him sing like that on purpose. But I still hold that it doesn't add anything.
Yeah, it does.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.